We've only got a few more days until Disney Dreamlight Valley's Mysteries of Skull Rock update, launching Wednesday, June 18th. Which also brings us the Adventures in Neverland Star Path. In my valley, I have created what I call a Dreamlight / Star Path area that helps me be more efficient in knocking out quite a few of the Star Path duties quickly. Today I'd like to share this area with all of you. Hello everyone, I'm Mama Flash. I'm a content creator on Twitch where I mostly play Disney Dreamlight Valley. I have over 4,600 hours in this game in just under 2 years. Let me start off by saying that the inspiration for today's video came from probably Senpai. Senpai has a video called How to Get Dreamlight Fast. I am not going to cover the same topic because I feel Senpai did a very thorough job with his video. And even though he made the video a year ago, it is still very relevant today. I have shared the link for his original video in the description below. What I did, and the reason for today's video, is I expanded on Senpai's original idea. I've gotten to a point in my game where I don't need to do these tasks to rebuild my Dreamlight very often. However, I do still need these Dreamlight duties for the Star Path. The area not only helps me replenish Dreamlight when needed, it also helps me to complete certain Star Path duties quickly. Before I show you the area I have created, I want to suggest stockpiling 2 things you can't get from this area. Number 1 is night thorns. About a week before a new Star Path begins, I stop cleaning up my night thorns, splinters, and inkies, letting them build up in my valley, isle, and vale. Each Star Path has several tasks asking us to clean up night thorns. The last Star Path, we needed a total of 70 night thorns. Keep in mind that only 10 spawn per day and only 20 total per biome. If you have the Eternity Isle DLC, the ancient vacuums are very helpful for cleaning up a lot of night thorns quickly. Also worth mentioning, the Splinters of Fate in Eternity Isle and the Inkies in Storybook Vale count towards the cleaning up night thorns task. I usually have plenty of splinters in the Isle if I run out of night thorns in the valley. Number 2 is memory orbs. Recently, the Star Path has started including a task to open memory orbs several times throughout the Star Path. I believe 45 is the maximum we've been asked to open per Star Path. Most players I've heard just leave orbs as they fall and save them from Star Path to Star Path. I'm currently trying to 100% all memories, so I pick them up as they spawn. There are 3 ways I know of to get memory orbs quickly if you don't have random orbs laying around, or if you just don't want to spend the time looking for the random orbs all over the place. Number 1 is to put shovel potions and energy meals in your backpack. Head over to Storybook Vale. You can stack 2 potions on your shovel at a time. Keep your shovel full of potions, keep your energy bar in the yellow, do your digging in Teapot Falls and Fallen Fortress. I have learned these areas give you the most bang for your buck. Now keep in mind that you have to do a lot of digging to get 45 memory orbs, so if your vale is heavily decorated, that might not work for you. Number 2 is to do fast cooking on one of the floating islands or inside your house. My digging memories are complete and I recently finished gardening memories. To work on gardening memories, I planted and harvested about 80,000 wheat. Now I did that specifically so I could stand here on my island and cook crackers. I'm not going to touch on that in this video. Next week there will be a memory orb video where I will show fast cooking and how to reset an island to put the memory orbs in your backpack and then into a storage chest for later. The Vizier's alchemy table cooks meals faster than a regular stove. I just stand here and cook. Memory orbs are very random. You can cook 100 meals before you get an orb. Last night, I cooked 145 crackers before an orb popped up. But at the same time, you can cook 3 meals and get an orb, and then 2 meals later get another orb. So fast cooking on an island and leaving the orbs lay gives you somewhere out of the way to leave orbs until you need them for the Star Path. Now this is my orb room. This came from the work I did between gardening and fast cooking. Again, this will be shown in great detail in next week's video about memory orbs. Having a chest full of orbs that I already know are duplicates and not actual memory pieces will be very helpful when it comes to opening memory orbs for the star path. Lastly, before we look at the actual area, let's look at some of the Dreamlight duties. As you'll see here, some of the duties are biome specific. The best way to handle these would be to try and let them stack. This picture shows mining and fishing and adding decorations to the sunlit plateau. Unfortunately, they don't always stack as quickly as we'd like them to. This picture shows mostly generic duties that are not biome specific, and those can be done quickly in our Dreamlight Star Path area. This picture is another example of mostly generic duties that can be done quickly in the area we've built. Now let me show you around my Dreamlight Star Path area. I'm starting with an overview of the whole area from furniture mode to give you a feel for the entire area. We start right here in front of my player house. First and foremost, to my left, is a wishing well. This is close by for fast travel back to this area when I need to get these duties done. In front of that is a Darkwood vintage chest. This can be bought in the Scrooge shop, and it's here for quick emptying of my pockets. To the left of the wishing well, I have a crafting table, the Vizier's alchemy table for cooking, and a time bending table. I've never seen tasks that require the time bending table on the list of Star Path duties. However, I like to have it here just in case I need something while I'm working in my valley. The Star Path does give us crafting duties. For this reason, I would like to bring up that it's a good idea to stock up on crafting resources. I am fully hoarded in that area and will not be showing that off since all of that is in my storage organizing video. You will notice to the right of the crafting table is a small storage chest. In this chest, I keep at least 2 stacks of each potion, both large and small bottles, and I keep a few stacks of energy meals. I use several different meals for energy. These particular meals are pastry cream and fruits made with 3 gooseberries, giving me 4,400 energy and filling my energy bar. The Vizier's alchemy table I use for cooking when I only need 1 or 2 meals, mostly when there's a meal as a favorite gift. With Gameloft's quality of life updates to the cooking menu, it doesn't take long at all to look in the menu under gifts for the character I'm looking for. Another way to find favorite gifts for characters when it comes up in the Star Path is to go into your main menu under Collection and then click on the Characters tab. Find the character you're looking for, hover over their picture, and in the bottom right of the screen, it'll show you their 3 favorite gifts of the day. After I cook the favorite meals, I will then go into my house to search for the rest of a character's favorite gifts. Most of them I can grab from the first floor. Here on the first floor are all of my categorized dump chests. Most of the time I empty my backpack here, and then once a week or when they get full, I'll take them upstairs, I'll put them away in the more extensive storage areas. So over here I have food items. This area over here has foraging items. Flowers are over here. If I don't have an item here, I can quickly run upstairs to grab what I need, but for the most part, I can fill favorite gift requests from this room. Behind the crafting area, I have 1 of each fruit tree and bush. This area is more for completing the Dreamlight duties. Those duties only ask for 3 of an item, so I can come here and pick the fruit from 1 tree or bush. Now at this end of the forest, I have the rest of the fruit trees and bushes. This area is more for completing star path duties. If I need to harvest 40 cherries, I can come right here and clean out the cherry trees quickly. I've not seen star path or dreamlight duties require dreamlight fruit, but I put 2 of the trees in the back of this area anyway. The other 2 are on the island side of the forest. I know I passed up quite a bit between the 2 areas of fruit trees and bushes, and yes, we will acknowledge that Mickey just came over here and sat down to play checkers. We will go back to that area now, starting here with the 5 ancient cookers. If you have the Eternity Isle DLC, these cookers are amazing. As soon as a new star path comes out, the first thing I do is I search Disney Dreamlight Valley, name of star path duties. I look for the link to the IGN website's star path duties list. A lot of players like to use one of the Dreamlight Valley apps on their phone for this purpose. I prefer to get the list from IGN and print it. This gives me a list of all the duties that will come up in the star path. In our previous star path, we had to cook 10 4-star appetizers, 10 4-star entrees, and 10 4-star desserts. Then it repeated with 5-star appetizers, entrees, and desserts. So right off the bat, before the task even came up, I started cooking the meals in these ancient cookers. You can use your search filters now. You can do dessert and 5-star. And cook whatever comes up. Ten meals will take 10 minutes to cook. I'm not going to cook these right now. So as soon as the duty came up in the list of star path duties, I was able to come back, grab the meals out of the cooker, and that is very important. Do not collect the meals until you get the duty in your star path list. Once that duty comes up, collect the 10 meals and you've completed that task. In the area to the right of my house, I have several different things going on here. Let's start with my little garden. Quite often on the list of Dreamlight duties, you will get plant 5 vegetables or harvest 5 vegetables. So this little plot of 5 is always here and always has 5 lettuce growing. The green chest behind the garden has lettuce seeds in it, and I picked lettuce because it grows the fastest. So when the duty to plant 5 comes up, I'll harvest these, I'll grab 5 seeds out of the chest, plant them, water them, and then when the duty to harvest 5 vegetables comes up, these are ready to be harvested. Next to the garden, I have 3 mushrooms randomly laying on the ground. You will almost always see a task to harvest 3 mushrooms. You do not have to run all the way over to the glade to hope mushrooms have spawned. You can just pick up the ones laying here on the ground and it will count. I pick them up, I separate them, I drop them again for the next time it comes up. Immediately to the right of my house is a medium-sized chest full of my critter feeding supplies. There are always tasks to feed critters. Sometimes it just says feed a critter. Sometimes it asks you to feed a specific critter. So inside this chest, I have stacks of everything I need to feed every available valley critter. And just so you know, I have this same area set up in the aisle, and then my critter chest has aisle critter food in it. I also have something like this set up in the Vale, and in that chest it would have Vale critter food in it. An important note, the foods in this chest are for the critters' liked foods. Liked foods are different than the critters' favorite foods. If you're still working on the bigger Dreamlight duties to feed all of the critters their favorite foods, it's best to fill this chest with their favorite foods. I use liked foods because I learned that feeding the critters their favorite foods is glitched. You get more rewards like dream shards and memory orbs from feeding critters their liked foods instead. Anyone that has seen me on Twitch knows that I love my charts. My community has lovingly nicknamed me the Queen of Charts. So here, I'm showing you the chart I made for feeding critters. It includes all of the critters from the valley, and all of the critters from the Isle and the Vale. They're listed by biome, and this chart will show you both their favorite and their liked foods for each critter. It's worth mentioning, I have charts on many different things for Dreamlight Valley. If you're watching this and are interested in organizational charts, you can find me on Twitch, which again is linked below, and I'm always happy to share this information. Now back here, I have my Goofy stall. You will notice there is a medium chest next to it. Dreamlight duties often ask us to sell different things. So in this chest, I have anything I need for those duties. From this chest, I can sell fruit, veggies, fish, meals, or gems. The fancy fish plates in here are for any Starpath duties that ask us to earn a large amount of money. These are grilled fish meals made with 5 blob fish each, and they sell for 10,400 star coins each. To finish out this area are a few things not related to either the Dreamlight duties or Starpath tasks. I have an ancient vacuum here. Behind that, I have Beast Greenhouse. I do not vacuum my flowers at all, so I hit the greenhouse quite often to collect flowers. Then I have my multiplayer portal over here. This is just a cute little seating area. That completes the main area, and now we'll head over to the bridge to what I call the Forest Island. We'll start with the left side. So first, we have Scrooge's shop. It is not needed for Dreamlight duties or Starpath tasks, but since I check it daily, I added it to this area. Next, we have Daisy's store. This does come up in the Starpath quite often. If you're able to stack Daisy challenges, doing one challenge counts for both tasks. This is another reason why I like to print out the list of Starpath duties as soon as I can, so I can look ahead and see how far away I am from the next Daisy challenge. After that, I have Remy's restaurant. Serving customers in the restaurant comes up in both Dreamlight duties and Starpath duties. I keep this close by for that reason. If you're able to stack any of the cooking and serving duties, that is always the best way to do it. Catty corner across the way, I have Tiana's restaurant for the same reason. Serving customers in Tiana's restaurant comes up quite often. In this area between the two restaurants is where I keep all of my stalls. None of these are needed for either Dreamlight duties or Starpath tasks, but I keep them close by just in case I need something quickly. While I was talking about my feeding critters chest, I mentioned that I have areas just like this set up in both Eternity Isle and Storybook Vale. For the record, the recurring mist duties in Eternity Isle and the recurring storybook duties in Storybook Vale also count when the Starpath asks you to complete royal duties. If you don't want to do specific tasks in the valley, you can always fast travel over to either the Isle or the Vale and check what duties are on the list there. This is an example of mist duties from Eternity Isle, which are similar to the Dreamlight duties in the valley. These next 3 screenshots show you how I've set up my courtyard in Eternity Isle. On the right here, I've got one of each tree. This is my little garden for planting with the seeds in the chest. My house, my Goofy stall, I have everything to sell there. On this side, I have my critter feeding chest. I have a dump chest. I have the crafting table, a stove, and a time-bending table. There are ancient cookers in the back. This is where the rest of the fruit trees and bushes are located. This is just a zoomed in shot of what the front of my house looks like, where you can better see the dump chest, the critter feeding chest, Goofy stall in that chest. There's my garden. I have celery in the garden here. This is an example of storybook duties in Storybook Vale, which again are similar to the Dreamlight duties in the Valley. These next two screenshots will show you how I've set up the Wild Woods in Storybook Vale. This one's not quite as busy. In my area of the house, again, I have the crafting table, a stove, the time bending table. I have two cookers here. This is for feeding critters. My Goofy stall with a chest next to it. I believe this is cauliflower with a chest of seeds there. And then I don't have a separate area for individual, like one of each tree or bush. I just put them all right here. So you can go to any area and get these tasks done quickly. That is my Dreamlight Star Path area. I hope this helps you knock out the upcoming Star Path a lot easier. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, as I will be adding more Dreamlight Valley content in the future. You can also find me on Twitch at the link below 3 days a week. I would love it if you would stop by and say hello. Thank you so much for checking out my video, and I will see you next time. Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.